Something is shifting in the world of luxury travel, and it is not subtle. The travelers who used to compete for the most impressive suite, the most recognizable hotel logo, the most loudly signaled vacation, those same travelers are now quietly booking something else entirely. Something smaller, something slower, something that doesn't announce itself at all. The new status symbol in luxury travel is not a penthouse in a city center 5-star. It is not a table at the hottest restaurant. It is not even the most expensive overwater villa. It is privacy. It is time. It is the ability to disappear completely and return feeling like yourself again. The ultra-wealthy have always had access to extraordinary places. But what the most forward-thinking among them are increasingly paying for is not a place at all. It is a state of being, restored, present, unhurried. And the travel industry, the serious, design-led, deeply intentional corner of it, has noticed. What is being built right now, what is being conceived right now, for the traveler of the next decade is unlike anything the industry has produced before. Today, we are going inside the future of luxury travel. What it looks like, why it is happening, and what it means for the way the world's most discerning travelers will move through the world in the years ahead. The death of loud luxury. To understand where luxury travel is going, you have to understand where it has been. For most of the 20th century, luxury travel was defined by grandeur. Grand hotels, grand lobbies, grand dining rooms with grand chandeliers, and grand menus with grand prices. The communication was vertical, the hotel was impressive, and your presence in it confirmed something about your status. Then came the boutique hotel revolution of the 90s and early 2000s. Smaller properties, designer interiors. The idea that luxury could be expressed through taste rather than scale. Ian Schrager, Aman, Six Senses, brands that understood that the most sophisticated traveler was tired of being impressed and wanted to be comfortable instead. That shift was real and it mattered, but it was only the beginning of a deeper change that is now accelerating. The traveler who is driving the future of luxury is not primarily motivated by comfort or taste or even beauty. They are motivated by something harder to package and sell, but increasingly impossible to ignore. They want to feel well. They want to feel present. They want the experience of travel to give something back, rather than simply take their time, their energy, their attention. That shift from luxury as acquisition to luxury as restoration is the single most important trend shaping the travel industry right now. 2. The privacy imperative. Let's start with privacy, because it is the foundation on which everything else in the future of luxury travel is being built. We live in a world of total visibility. Surveillance is everywhere. Social media has made the performance of life a near constant requirement. Even the wealthiest, most powerful people on Earth cannot escape the basic condition of modern existence, that you are always, in some sense, being watched. The desire to escape that condition is not paranoia. It is a completely rational response to an environment that has become genuinely exhausting. And the travel industry has recognized it as the most powerful purchase motivator in the ultra-luxury market. This is why private island demand has tripled in 5 years. This is why entire property buyouts, renting a hotel, a resort, or an estate exclusively for your group have moved from rare exception to standard offering at properties across the world. This is why the fastest growing category of ultra-luxury accommodation is not the grand hotel suite, but the private villa, with no shared facilities, no shared sightlines, and no other guests in the frame. The future of luxury travel is being built on the assumption that the most valuable thing a property can offer is the genuine, credible guarantee that no one uninvited will be present. No paparazzi, no fellow guests with camera phones, no front desk, no lobby, no shared dining room in which being recognized is a risk. The properties leading this future are not advertising themselves as exclusive. They are designing themselves to be invisible, unlisted on booking platforms, accessible only through private travel concierge networks, communicated about only by word of mouth among people who already understand exactly what they are buying. In luxury travel, the most desirable address increasingly has no address at all. 3. The wellness revolution is not what you think. Wellness has become one of the most overused words in the travel industry. Every hotel now has a wellness menu. Every spa has a wellness director. Every breakfast offers a wellness bowl. This is not the wellness revolution. This is the commercialization of wellness, and the travelers who are driving the future of luxury know the difference immediately. The real wellness revolution in luxury travel is structural. It is not about adding a yoga class to an existing resort. It is about building the entire travel experience around the goal of genuine, measurable restoration of the human body and mind. What does that look like in practice? It looks like the rise of dedicated medical wellness retreats, properties staffed with physicians, sleep specialists, nutritionists, and neuroscientists that treat a luxury stay as a comprehensive health intervention. Properties like Shea Wellness Clinic in Spain, Clinique La Prairie in Switzerland, and Lanzerhof Tegernsee in Germany are not spas with good food. They are medical facilities designed to the standard of the best private clinics in the world, delivered within an environment of extraordinary beauty and comfort. Guests arrive with blood work. They leave with protocols. The experience in between combines the aesthetics of the finest luxury hotel with the clinical rigor of a private health retreat, and the market for it is growing faster than almost any other segment of the travel industry. It also looks like the emergence of sleep tourism as a serious luxury category. The understanding that sleep is the single most important determinant of human performance and well-being has reached the point where properties are now building entire experiences around optimizing it. Dedicated sleep suites with circadian lighting systems, mattresses engineered to individual biometric profiles, temperature-controlled rooms that follow the body's natural cooling cycle through the night, pre-sleep rituals designed with sleep scientists. These are not amenities, they are the core product. And it looks like digital detox as a genuine luxury offering, not as a marketing phrase, but as a hard architectural decision. Properties where there is no Wi-Fi in the rooms, where devices are held at reception on arrival, where the design of the space, its materials, its light, its deliberate absence of screens is intended to reverse the neurological effects of constant connectivity. The wellness revolution in luxury travel is the recognition that the human body is the most important asset any traveler has, and that the highest expression of luxury is the dedicated, rigorous, expert attention to its care. 4. Slow living as the new aspiration. The third pillar of luxury travel's future is perhaps the most culturally significant of all, because it represents a complete inversion of the values that defined aspirational travel for decades. For most of modern history, the prestigious vacation was the one that covered the most ground. 2 weeks, 6 countries, 12 cities. The collection of experiences as a form of status. I have been everywhere. I have seen everything. I am a citizen of the world. That model is dying. Not because travel has become less desirable, but because the most sophisticated travelers have begun to understand its hidden cost. A trip that covers 6 countries in 2 weeks does not give you 6 countries. It gives you a blur, a sequence of airports and hotel lobbies and rushed dinners that you will struggle to distinguish from one another 6 months later. The slow living movement in luxury travel is built on a fundamentally different premise, that depth is more valuable than breadth. That spending 2 weeks in one valley in Tuscany, learning to cook from a local family, walking the same hillside at dawn every morning until you know it's light, sitting in the same village piazza until it begins to feel like yours is a richer experience than 2 weeks spent sprinting across a continent. The properties and experiences that are being built around this philosophy are some of the most interesting in the travel industry right now. In Italy, agriturismo estates are being quietly reimagined as ultra-luxury, slow-living destinations, working farms with Michelin-level kitchens, where guests participate in the harvest, the pressing, the making of the food they eat. The experience is not performative. The land is real. The work is real. The table, at the end of the day, is one of the finest you will eat at anywhere. In Japan, the ryokan tradition, small, deeply traditional inns built around the ritual of absolute care for the guest, is experiencing a renaissance at the luxury level. Properties like Hoshinoya and Beniya Mukayu are attracting the most discerning international travelers, not despite their slowness, but entirely because of it. The experience of a kaiseki dinner that takes 3 hours of a morning that is structured entirely around the ritual of bathing and eating and sitting quietly, it is the antithesis of the sprint vacation. And for the traveler who has done the sprint, it is revelatory. The slow, luxury movement also encompasses what the industry is beginning to call regenerative travel, the idea that a truly meaningful trip should leave the destination better than it found it, that the traveler's presence should contribute something to the ecosystem, the community, and the culture they are visiting. This is not volunteerism. It is a philosophical shift in what the most conscious luxury travelers are willing to pay for, and increasingly, what they are demanding. 5. What this means for the next decade. Pull these 3 threads together: privacy, wellness, and slow living, and the shape of luxury travel's future becomes clear. The Grand Hotel in the city center will not disappear, but it will no longer define the apex of the market. The apex will be defined by properties that are harder to find, slower to experience, and more deeply committed to the restoration of the person who stays in them. Properties where the staff-to-guest ratio is extraordinary, where the food is grown on the land surrounding you, where the architecture disappears into the landscape rather than imposing on it, where being there changes something about you, not just your mood for a week, but your baseline understanding of what rest and presence and genuine pleasure actually feel like. The traveler who is driving this future is not necessarily the one with the most money. They are the one with the most clarity about what they need, about what travel is actually for, and about the difference between an experience that impresses them and an experience that restores them. These travelers are younger than you might expect. They have watched the previous generation collect experiences like trophies and come away feeling empty. They have done the sprint themselves and found it wanting. They are choosing, consciously and deliberately, to travel differently. And the world's best hospitality designers architects, and operators are building for them right now. The future of luxury travel is not more. It is not louder. It is not bigger or more elaborate or more visually spectacular. It is less. Deliberately, carefully, thoughtfully less. Less noise, less pace, less performance. Less of the relentless accumulation of experiences that leaves you needing a vacation from your vacation. And in its place, more presence, more depth, more genuine connection to the place, the people, and the version of yourself that exists when the world stops demanding your attention for long enough to let it surface. That is the future being built right now. In the jungle, above an Ubud River gorge. On a cliffside in Sardinia. In a ryokan in the mountains of Nagano. On a private island with no Wi-Fi and no itinerary and nothing between you and the ocean. The future of luxury travel is simply this: the deliberate creation of space for human beings to remember what it feels like to be fully alive. And that, I would argue, is the most valuable thing that has ever been sold. If this resonated, if it articulated something you've been feeling about travel without quite having the words for it, I want to hear about it in the comments. Subscribe if you're not already. There's a lot more of this kind of thinking coming.